Hi, welcome to this video about showing you around our brand new website www.go-on.co.uk. The Go On website is a one-stop shop for people to learn how to use computers and the internet. It uses other organisations' resources as well as our own. So you'll find links and resources from other organisations such as Digital Unite and the BBC. Okay, so let's have a look at the website, and as you can see, it's very friendly facing, easy to navigate, making online easy. I will start by covering the homepage in more detail and covering the different resources available. I will then move on to covering the Get Started tab, covering the keyboard and mouse modules, and creating an email account. I'll then show you how to register for the Online Basic modules, then progressing onto Learning More and the What's Next tab. First of all, I'm going to show you the layout of the home page. The four boxes here are learning resources to help someone get started and progress. You can access the keyboard, mouse and email pages without needing to log in. However, if it has been decided that learners do need to do the Online Basic modules, then the learner will need to log in or create a brand new account to have access to these resources. And I will show you in this video how that can be done. Then finally, the Learn More box on the far right contains further courses such as using computer and using public services online. Okay, just moving down the page, people can also access their local UK Online Centre if they are not already learning in a centre or would like a little bit more support. They can do this by entering their postcode into that box and then just pressing the Go option. Then finally, if a learner already has an account, they can click on this box here to sign back in, and I'll show you how to do that later in the video. Okay, moving on to the resources for the learners. First of all, I'm going to show you what is found in the Get Started tab. The keyboard and mouse are found here, and so is creating an email account. Notice how they're both green to match the Get Started tab. And this is where learners will take their first steps online. So they'll find out all about the mouse, the keyboard, and the internet. I'm now going to show you an example of the layout. So if I click on the keyboard and mouse box, and remember, you don't need to register for this course, you are immediately greeted with a video, and the aim of this video is to inspire learners. And just below that, there's a basic diagram of the keyboard. To get started with the learning resources, you need to navigate to the bottom of the page and click your left mouse on the More Keyboard Stuff option. From this page, you can launch the Keyboard Basics course, which is also found in Online Basics, and this opens in a separate window. If the learner feels they would like more practice with the keyboard or play some keyboard related games, there is also a series of other fun learning resources to help develop skills. And these will include other people's resources such as the BBC and Digital Unite. And once the learner is comfortable with the keyboard, there's also some other suggestions here what the learner can do next. And you can access the other pages in the Get Started section by locating this grey menu on the far left. You can see here there's the Mouse Basics, Keyboard Basics, Internet Basics and the Email Basics. And if I just go back to the home page, I'm just going to quickly show you the setting up an email resource because there is some brilliant stuff in here which can really help learners. So just navigating down to setting up an email account page, this brings you through to the Get Started section again. And once again, you are presented with an inspirational video of a learner's experience of having an email account. And there is resources for Google, Hotmail and Yahoo for learners to set up their first email account. If I just click on the Google Mail account, there is a step-by-step help video showing the learners how to set up their Gmail account, and also there's a written step-by-step guide for learners to follow this through. And once the learner has created their email account, we've also put some suggestions on what they can do next. And the Yahoo and Hotmail learning resources follow the same format. Just to recap, you do not need to register to access the Get Started section, but you do need to register for the Online Basics section. And in this next part of the video, I'm going to show you how learners can do that. So if I click onto the Online Basics tab, this brings me to the Online Basics page, and the bottom option is the Setup and Get Started tab. So if I click onto that, that brings me on to Create an Account page. We expect learners to be present when registering for Online Basics. Before registering a learner onto Online Basics, we expect you to have identified any gaps, agreed their learner needs, and agreed a timescale for them to complete. Okay, registering is very simple and it's done on one page. The learner needs to go through the boxes to fill in their details. So start with your name, your surname, an email address on mobile, so the learner can be identified as a unique individual, or if they forget their password, we can resend a new one, because this will also act as their username when they log in again. And I will show you the two different methods in this video. But first of all, I'll demonstrate how this looks with using an email address. Now remember, if a learner does not have an email address, they can have a look at our setting up an email account pages. And this brings us on to the password section, and this needs to be something that learners can remember but other people can't guess easily. Using a minimum of 6 characters with letters and numbers, you are shown how strong your password is. And once the learner is happy with the strength of the password, they are then required to type in again. And you'll be shown here if it is an exact match. And then that brings us on to the Centre ID. It is very important the learner types this in correctly, because this is how we attach learners to your online basic completions. And if this number is incorrect, then your online basic completions number will also be incorrect. So please double check this. Learners are then asked if they want to be contacted. This helps UK Online Centres tailor our free training resources to best help people to get started with the internet. Then finally, it's always advisable to read the terms and conditions before signing up. The learner then can just click on create an account, and because we've done this by email, a verification email will be sent to the email given, and all you need to do from there is open up the email and click on the blue hyperlink. And then this brings them back to the home page and welcomes the learner who's just created their new account. Alternatively, the learner can use their mobile phone number to create an account, and this will also act as the learner's username. The learner will be sent a text message to that mobile phone number. It is then just a case of typing the same code into the panel there, making sure it is correct, and then pressing submit. The learner is now then able to start the Online Basics course. And you can start the course by clicking the Start the Course option there, and this will load up in a new window. There's also a breakdown of the courses here and whether they have been started or not. Because it's a new account, no courses have been started. The last two options I want to quickly look at is the What's Next and the Learn More tab. The Learn More tab is located here and here. And the learner does not need an account to access the Learn More section or the What's Next section. So just by clicking on the Learn More section, it brings us to the Learn More page, and there's lots of courses here which the learner can add to their learner journey, such as using computer, using public services, job hunting, and the other 5 courses there. And you can select one of the courses to do by just clicking on it and then going to Start the Course. The What Next section looks at what people can do next once they are confident using the computer and the internet. For people who want to carry on learning, the Learn More page directs them to useful websites to find out more, such as Next Steps and Learn Direct. For people who want to prepare for employment, the Get a New Job page will direct you to great websites such as DirectGov and Monster. For people who are interested in volunteering, the Volunteering page will direct them to websites to find more about volunteering in their local area, such as Do It. Some PP Help will be keen to help others get online. The Becoming a Digital Champion page tells them how they can go about becoming a digital champion in their local community. And then finally, if a learner forgets their password, they'll need to try sign in by clicking here at the top or scrolling to the bottom of the page and signing in here. It will bring them to the signing in form. You need to click Request a New Password, and in here put the user account, so either the email address or the mobile phone number. Once that is in there, then send the new password. It goes into the email inbox, and then from there you just need to click on the blue hyperlink, and this will then bring you back to the Go On web page. And then just press the login button. You are now required to type in a new password. So scroll down to where you enter your password in and type in a new password. And if you're happy with the password strength, you're then required to type it in again, ensuring that it's typed correctly like this password is. You then need to press save. It's confirmed that that password is now saved. That's brought us to the end of the video. You should now be able to navigate around the website. So go on, make online easy.